better since by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on these folium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got to picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with the 2.10 and who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter like he trying to move it up.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56. Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's the first NFL catch for Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
7:34. Monday, down. 280.
On second down, here's Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
12 more yards there and another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Down. You're wide, 8-8. Go. Get set.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Throwing on first down is Carr. That is caught at the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
He'll get it up the middle, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Keeps it on the sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Sanders has it over the middle. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 42 yards. The first update now out of Jacksonville. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Carr to throw on second down. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Down.
From the gun, it's Carr. A spin. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Carr again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
6:37.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice. Now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game.
You do practice it. You do go through it. And in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now Carr. And to the left side here, Wilson. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Get set. New 80. Go, go. Get set, get set. 694. White.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. Wilson snags it left side. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
4 down. 180. 734. 280.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And this is incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You have some explanations.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line. They begin with a run by Corral. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
26-18. Ready?
To throw on second down. Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. David Irving continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Down. Blue 80. Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
29.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
We got three. Down. 180. Check. 29. Is it hard?
Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Here we go.
Carr now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Hey, 734. Down. 180. You're mine. 47. Purdue.
Here's Carr to throw. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 5. And it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey. We got three. 3 down. Down. Blue 80. Low. Where's it?
Again, it's Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Down. 180.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Get down. Blue 80. 34's the mic. So we got man. Purdue. 734. Purdue. Express.
They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Down.
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a play fake. Carr. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
694. Down. Blue 80.
On first down, Carr. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
Get down, 180. 618. 734. 93. You're mine.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To throw again. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. A screen complete to Crowell. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen. And it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Raiders on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Down. 280. 637. Go Chief.
Now Carr again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
24. Monday, down. 280. Low. Purdue.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Check.
On play action, they'll throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Benson Mayowa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Monday, down! 185!
A nice move by Nelson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Play action. Now it's Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Get down!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it.
29! 694!
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the 1st.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Go, Chief!
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Raiders on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Down. 185. Hey, 734. 694.
From the gun, it's Carr. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Get down, get down. Blue 80. Purdue. Express.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete to Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
White. Low.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Get down.
They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. David Irving in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
White. 694.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collected, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That